Everyone. Happy Wellness Wednesday. My name is Katrina Potter, and on today's workshop, we're going to talk about skincare. Now, this video is coming to you with a little bit of a delay, so my apologies on that. I had intended to do it last week, and also the stomach bug hit our home, and my brain's capacity to think beyond taking care of my children was significantly reduced. Did not have the creative bandwidth to share with you all the things that I want to share about skincare. This is a passion of mine. I love talking about skincare because of my own personal journey and introduction into holistic healing through skincare. That was actually the starting point, the catalyst, if you will, on all things holistic, because I was experiencing significant skin issues. I had really painful acne right along my jawline, on my chin. And I learned a lot because I had been going the traditional route. I had tried different birth controls, different antibiotics that were prescribed to me to help with my skin. I had tried different skincare routines. I had done microdermabrasion, chemical peels, whatever I could. So I had spent a lot of money on trying to take care of my acne. And when I was introduced to doTERRA, I was introduced to what could potentially be going on at the root. And it woke up all of these things and really supported where I needed to receive education. So I'm excited to share it with you today. I believe that our skin, or just in general, our body will whisper until it needs to yell. That is my belief. So there's these little things. My body was yelling through its skin to get the message across that something needed to be focused on. And so I think skin signals different things. There's this really cool map in Chinese. It's the Chinese acne map, or if you just Google acne skin map, you can see that different parts of the body through this philosophy connect to different parts of different organs. And so this was helpful for me because my acne, I mentioned before, was right around the jawline and on the chin. Well, if you look in this area, it's connected to the reproductive system. So that helped for me to identify, okay, this is where my focus needs to be, is on my reproductive health. So that can kind of give an indication of what is the body whispering, yelling, needing to get through. Now, sometimes there's skin issues on other parts of the face. You can kind of play around and Google different signs for that. And also, the skincare comes back to two things: our hormones or our gut. Which is your body trying to send a message around. So let's talk about the two different areas. And then at the end, I'm going to share skincare routines. Okay. So we're going to do this in three parts. Part one, gut. Part two, hormones. Part three, skincare routines. So part one, the gut. Our digestive system is like a brain to our body. If something is going on in our digestive system, it's going to signal a message to our whole body. Okay. So if we are focusing on our digestive system, what can we do? Well, before I dive into that, let me just say that there is one routine that I think every single human benefits from, and that's the Lifelong Vitality with lemon oil. Just taking Lifelong Vitality as the supplements, it gives our body the foundation of nutrients that it needs. Omegas are in there. Omegas help with overall the healthy fats in our body, which is what our skin needs in order to function properly. Okay, so there is a routine that I believe every person, Lifelong Vitality. Why lemon oil in the water? Lemon or any citrus helps our body with cleansing. And so if we can keep that cleansing and reducing toxins going, we can help overall. Now, there's a new product called MetaPower Advantage, which is collagen, and collagen helps with the overall elasticity of the body. I noticed just in my own skin, after taking that, my skin feels healthier. It feels softer. It is changing. Like, I've had two kids, and so my stomach, how it recovered after not being pregnant is I don't know how to describe it other than it's different. It has changed the dynamic of my skin. So Lifelong Vitality, MetaPower Advantage, lemon oil. I think that's a great routine. If you take nothing else away from this video, that's a great routine to add in. Okay, so now coming back to gut health. What can we do? Check out one of the resources that I really enjoyed was, his name is Anthony Williams, and he has a book around the liver rescue, and his main focus is on celery juicing. And so you drink celery juice first thing in the morning. He's got this whole thing on it. You can check it out, look up what he's got going on. So that was a great routine. I love adding that in. I can kind of feel when I'm feeling a little bit sluggish. And so it's something that I'll periodically continuously do around celery juicing. So that's one thing. The other thing that I have focused on in my own journey is doing cleansing. So for me, I've done the GX Assist, the Zendocrine, the DDR Prime. doTERRA has a 30-day cleanse and restore program. And so focusing in on that. Now, while doing that, I also think it's great to do an elimination diet. And the intention behind an elimination diet is to identify what foods are triggering a response in our body. For me, it's gluten and soy. When I have gluten and soy, I see a direct correlation between what I have consumed and how it impacts my skin. So there is a lot of benefit around doing an elimination diet. Okay. So focusing on the gut, what can we do? We can do a cleanse and restore program. We can focus on an elimination diet, and we can give our body that good stuff that it needs for the gut. A probiotic is another great way to support our overall skin health, because if the microbiome in our gut is good, then it can support the rest of our body. So PB Assist or PB Assist Junior, two things that are beneficial through that, if I'm speaking directly to doTERRA's product line, those are great additions. Okay, so there's the gut, really focusing in on that. Now, the other pathway I mentioned, so part 2 is hormones. So this is, there's a great book by Dr. Marisa Snyder on the hormone solution, and she goes over how to focus on your hormones specific with using essential oils and different routines. So check out that. What I found was taking phytoestrogen. So I've mentioned before, toxins in our body kind of are the bully on the playground. So we have our healthy hormones that we want, and then toxins kind of make these fake estrogens that push around our healthy hormones. So something like phytoestrogen, which is a supplement that doTERRA has, helps to pull those bullies off of the playground. Lemon oil, another way to help. I mentioned taking that, drinking that. Make sure you're sticking to doTERRA's on that as far as the safety and quality goes. But drinking that to help with overall skincare, hormones, pulling out the toxins. Okay, so you have phytoestrogen and the lemon oil. That'll help clean up a lot when it comes to the hormones. And then again, going over to elimination diet. So for me, gluten and soy also impacts my hormones. When I eat those foods, I see a difference in how my cycle is. So just paying attention, starting to get aware of what foods are triggering things in the body. Okay, so that's another, if we're focusing on hormones. So part 3 of this video I mentioned was going to be around different skincare routines and some things that I have learned along the way. I used to have really, really, really oily skin, to the point where I would have to wipe my skin multiple times a day because it would get so oily. And what I learned was I was constantly trying to use products that would dry out my skin. Well, what was I doing was stimulating the oil glands to think that they needed to produce more oil. So actually, by putting oil on my skin, I reduced the oiliness, which is very interesting. And it's felt so counterintuitive before, but now makes so much sense. So what can we do as far as a skincare routine? Putting in nourishment on our skin. When our skin is dry, that's when it gets that it just isn't recovering as easy as it can. Okay, so getting into that. Well, what oils did I use in the beginning? Frankincense, tea tree, and lavender. I didn't get super into a skincare routine, which I'm going to talk about my favorite one, but those were the oils. I mixed it with some fractionated coconut oil, rubbed it on the skin. Why those? Tea tree is a cleansing, lavender is a soothing, frankincense is cellular health. So the 3 of them worked really well together with a little bit of fractionated coconut oil. Fractionated means that it's not greasy. So it has the oil component, but it doesn't have that greasy component. So that was a helpful thing. And you can just do it in a spray bottle. That makes it easiest. So then you can just get your whole face. Then, as I kind of advanced in my progression, adding in Immortelle, that was an addition to help with the scarring. I had tons of scarring, redness, so lavender and Immortelle helped out with that. Now, as I've kind of advanced in my understanding, I use Virage, which is a skincare line from doTERRA that comes with a cleanser, a toner, a moisturizer, and then the Immortelle serum. There is a lot of reasons why I love this. It's plant-based, super clean face system. And there is something in the Immortelle serum called L22, and it's a patented formula that helps with the moisture in the skin. So essentially what that is creating is the balance in our skin that we have at the age of 22. So it's nourishing the body and getting it to that state of homeostasis where our skin is the healthiest. So the Virage, I think, is a great skincare routine that we can all add in. And the thing that I like to add in now to that is Yarrow Pom. Again, that wasn't around when I first was introduced to all of this. So it's something that I've kind of understood and added in later on. But I just add it in right with the moisturizer and apply that on the face as well. So those are some of the routines that I've added in now. But my suggestion would be, my suggestion is Virage and Yarrow Pom for all skincare types. I think it responds really well, and I've seen a lot of awesome responses. Now, if you have skin issues going on around the body, still that combination of lavender, tea tree, and frankincense works really well on the skin around in all parts of the body. There's also a Yarrow Pom body serum. So that's another one. You can add all of those in, mix it up, put it in a spray bottle, make a salve, whatever you want to do, rub it on the skin. But the more that we can give our body plant-based things or nature-based, let me say that. So the more that we can give our body things that have grown from the ground or come from nature, the more our body knows what to do with it. So we're not adding to those bullies on the playground. We're adding to things that our body can recognize and can be nourished by. So that is the 3 parts, just to recap, for gut health or for everything. Lifelong vitality. What is a routine that I think everyone can benefit from? Lifelong vitality, MetaPower Advantage, lemon oil in your water, and then face Virage and Yarrow Pom. Okay, there's like the umbrella for everyone. And then lining in more specific, a elimination diet is great. The cleanse and restore is great. Phytoestrogen is great. There's also a Symphony of the Cells routine specific to hormones. So you can focus on that. Clary Calm is another roller. If your bottle, you apply it right to the abdomen, you can focus in on that. Cleaning up your feminine products is another way to help your hormones. A lot of chemicals come in that way. And then again, skincare, you can add in frankincense, lavender, tea tree, or the Yarrow Pom body serum if it's all around the body. So that is it for today. Thank you, everyone, and have a awesome day, whatever day you're viewing this, since it is not airing to you on a Wednesday. All right, that's it. I'll talk to you all later. Have a good one.